Bonjour! Je m'appelle Kevin. Je suis un geek. Et vous regardez Kevin the Geek. Oups. Permettez-moi d'entendre le traducteur. Are we good? Are we good? We good? Yes, we're good! Hello, everybody! Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin. I am a geek, and you're watching Kevin the Geek. Apologies, I had automatic translation turned on there, aka Google Translate. So, we are live. We are back. We are back for episode number 32. This is season 2. This is race number something 12, 13. I'm losing track now. There's so many races. They all seem to blur into one at the moment, really. I think we're about lap 12. Lap 12? No, I think we're back with race number 12. Round 12 of this season 2. Yes, we are. And we're in France. Vive France! Okay, so last time out, if you saw last season's French Grand Prix, it was a dreadful race. It was an absolutely abysmal race. We were at the back of the grid by a long way. It was really, really bad. This year, I'm hoping it might be different. But then at the same time, I'm wondering, do we think about taking a grid penalty? This is what I'm debating. So we've done qualifying. So practice, as is always the case, I always skip through them. Chair came in for Pierre Gasly, who's obviously in his home Grand Prix today. And of course we're using all the old engine components, making sure that we wind them down as much. So practice is all about getting the setup and the track acclimatation up. That's all that we care about in that one. Pierre Gasly and Albon back together for practice 2, doing reasonably well, 11th and 13th. And then practice 3 was our long, hard run on the compound tyres, kind of seeing how we're doing, and obviously we fully fueled up to the max. So of course we're always going to be right down at the bottom for that. Qualifying itself, you can see the Max Verstappen's got a grid penalty, so although he qualified in P2, isn't going to be starting there. So it is a front lockout for Ferrari in this race. Pierre Gasly, he managed to qualify in P9, and Albon finished in P13. As you can see, we've got Daniel Ricciardo and Mick Schumacher also going to be taking some grid penalties, and then you've got Frederick Gasly and Lance Stroll. Now I did a bit of an estimate to see what could we do, and basically if I take a grid penalty for both drivers, we would be starting around about 17th and 18th. That's where we're kind of, or is it 16th, 17th, something like that. So let's obviously take a look at the actual track itself. We are expecting it to be a one-stop race, either mediums and hards or hards and softs. The simulation that I did, just to get an idea, by the end the softs are about a similar sort of lap time, it looks like, compared to the mediums, when you get into that sort of point. So I don't think there's that much of an advantage with doing that, doing the hard softs, personally speaking. So I think we're going to do the hards mediums, and then obviously we may change strategy based on safety cars and things like that. Looking at the track, obviously it is one that in theory should be reasonably suited for our cars. It's all about the high and medium speed corners. That's the key attributes for this race, as you can see right there. 75% chance of a safety car of some description. So we'd have to see on that one. No repeat winners in the last 3 races in the historic results here. But yeah, strategy is again going to be key. So at the moment I've got them set up for a hard medium. And you know what, I think I am going to split them. I'm going to swap them around. Well, Pierre Gasly I'm going to swap round. I'm going to do... I don't know, should I? You know what? I am going to do it that we're both doing hard onto mediums. So, let's see, where would be the optimum? It's all about the same, really. If we were to do an aggressive one, what we look at anywhere that it may come into the minus? No, it's not. Okay, what lap are we talking? No, I can't even do that with that. Right, so it's going to be a simple, nice standard pace for the tyres all the way through. So I don't think we could realistically get away with, say, like a medium, hard medium kind of thing. That's just out of curiosity. You'd have to make it a 3-stop really to get that. Even if you did like this, let's just stretch out a tiny bit more. He's still talking about 6 seconds. So no, we're not going to do that. It's going to be a simple, straightforward, hards onto mediums. But the car parts. So I've bought the additional car parts, but we've not actually used them as of yet. So do we use ERS? ERS is the one that's really about on the low side. Actually, we've already got the better gearbox. Let's change the gearbox. We've already got a better one there, so that's better. We've got 78%. That's for Gasly. But take a look at Alex's. Again, the ERS, we'd have to change that if we wanted to go for a better one. The gearbox. Again, we have actually got a fairly new gearbox. Let's use that one. The engine, we're already right on the top there with that. Because we've now basically got to the end of our life with our first engine. It's virtually dead. So this will be the one now moving forward that we use for all the practices. Do we consider saving that one? Really struggling, you know, guys. And I don't really want to do them as a grid penalty for both drivers in the same race. That's the other thing I'm thinking. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. That's the ERS. Can we change the ERS? Oh no, that's the 100% one. Tell you what, I'm going to give the grid penalty to Alexander Albon, but I'm only going to change the ERS. I'm not going to use the one for the engine right now. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to save that one. Maybe there'll be a day where we have a really bad qualifying session and then we can just whack it on, you know? That's one that we're going to go with. We're going to go with 1 grid penalty for Alex. We're going to save it for Pierre. That's what we're going to do. So there you go. You can see you've installed a powertrain car part on car 2 which exceeds the season limit. I'm going to go on grid penalty when using the session. Do you want to continue? Yes. Okay.
I hope I'm not tempting fate here, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. There we have Pierre Gasly. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. And looking at the second Williams car. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. The race start is mere seconds away. This is it. It's time for the French Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Here we go. And I've just realised I did forget to actually do the big boost for all of our drivers off the line, which I always seem to forget to do. So let's just quickly do that. And then let's just take a look. So Albon started in 13th. He's gone down to 16th. Now, obviously, Schumacher and Ricciardo, they both took a grid penalty, but they qualified lower than us, and are starting also lower than us. So that's big news there. So we're ahead of them two still. So it's Guan Yu Zhou, Norris, and Tsunoda who get promoted up. Verstappen, who did qualify second, he has dropped 10 places, so he's starting in P12. P12 there. Okay.
They'll come to us.
Okay, so here we are on board with Pierre Gasly as we come down towards turn 1 and 2. Already looking to make a move on Valtteri Bottas, and looks like he's got that move stuck. Yes, he has.
Good job.
Now, the Alpines do appear to be very fast in their home Grand Prix, so they're ones to watch out for.
And a new position.
Albon has currently dropped down to P18. So he's lost 2 places there off the start. Not great news for him, but he's trying to make a move on Mick Schumacher.
Okay.
And he's managed to get that move stuck. And there you can see Pierre Gasly currently in P7.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
We've currently moved up 1 good place at the moment, currently behind Esteban Ocon. There's also another Frenchman, both of them battling now for their home Grand Prix. As we come down towards the end of the first lap, we will obviously just look to drop back on the tyres and it's the ERS and everything.
Yeah, take it easy.
So there we go, on board with Gasly, looking to close the gap there to Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon very fast from everything I've seen so far this weekend, so he's going to be one to watch. I really would love to try and beat him out this episode. That would be really good to see. Currently half a second back to Bottas behind. Albon currently back up into P16, currently right behind Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren, who's right behind Yuki Tsunoda. Verstappen also dropping down a place, down to P13 at the present moment in time.
You can afford to drop back.
Yep, okay.
We can see, can we get a move done on Daniel Ricciardo? Coming up to the chicane. Obviously, this is one of the DRS zones, the straight that we're on right here. And the next one is the main start and finish straight. And you can see Gasly's still right on the back there of Esteban Ocon. As we come through the biggest winding part of this circuit with very few straights. So this could be where we get a little bit of an advantage. Possibly. We'll never know. Oh. Not quite managing to get the move there done on Ocon on that occasion. A really good attempt nonetheless.
DRS enabled.
But the longer we can stick behind them, the better. Now let's take a look at the tyre situation. So, the two McLarens, Ricciardo and Norris, they're both starting on the mediums. And then in the top of the grid, the two Ferraris, one of the Mercedes in George Russell and one of the Alpines in Esteban Ocon. They are the only 6 drivers who are starting on the mediums. The only drivers starting on the mediums. So, are they going to be doing a medium hard? Or they're going to be going with the 2-stop? I doubt it. The 2-stop. So it'll probably be the medium to hard. So we'll try and see if we can get an advantage done in the first sector of this race. How are our lap times looking compared to everyone else? So Esteban Ocon last time, Gasly rather I should say. I think it was faster than 138. Yeah, so he was the 3rd fastest driver the last lap out. And Albon is around about the 139s. So obviously he's been held up in a little bit of a train. He's just slowing him down at the present moment in time. So here we go. Gasly about to move on to the first big ERS sector of this lap. We've now got Bottas right behind him, around about half a second back to Ocon. Has any driver currently managed to drop them? It looks like Yuki Tsunoda. So we need to try and pay an eye on Albon. Want to see if we can get up and then start to close the gap ahead. That's the big challenge. So if we can just try and go a little bit aggressive.
Happy to increase pace. Okay.
See if we can look to deploy our ERS. Just see if we can get a move done.
Okay.
We're making a move now on Daniel Ricciardo. Going around the outside. Then we've got the inside line. Oh! Oh! Unfortunately, Yuki Tsunoda came off there, completely squeezed us out, which meant that we had to really back off there. But we're having another go now. Can we get past both of them? Yes, we can. Okay, so we want to now push.
That's right.
Let's push. Let's see if we can break that gap on Yuki Tsunoda behind.
Looks like
If
a
we
good
can-
move for Williams.
Let's take another look
a
at
closer
that.
look. Now watch this. Here's the moment involving Albon.
Charging down that straight. Getting both drivers there. Beautiful overtake there. Right, yeah, no, as I said, we want to see if we can break this gap to Yuki Tsunoda behind. That's the important one. So we've got DRS, but they're going to be squabbling. So we might be able to break the toe. Come on, Alex, break the toe. You can do it. As Yuki Tsunoda currently 0.8 behind. 0.9. Surely should be faster than the Aston going through the high-speed corners here. So someone spun out in sector 3. Yellow flag.
Check the DRS.
Here's the
Kevin
replay.
Magnussen.
All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
Ooh.
Look at that. They've spun their...
That's actually Kevin Magnussen, which has really helped out Alexander Albon, because he's now really caught up to the back of him. Now currently we have broken the toe to Yuki Tsunoda behind. Just want to keep pushing on a little bit. We want to close the gap to Kevin Magnussen. It looks like Daniel Ricciardo has actually managed to catch back up. So maybe they were just inside the DRS window. It's really frustrating because I thought we had pulled out. Another car spun. Who spun this time? Yellow flag.
Like a spin.
Sebastian
Take a
Vettel.
look now. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel.
Oh,
And yes,
luckily hasn't
that's where
taken
they
out any drivers. That's Vettel right down at the back of the grid at the moment. Let's keep on board. Let's see how Pierre's doing. He's doing reasonably well. Still just in that DRS train with Ocon ahead, which is really good news. The longer we can stay in this train, the longer we can stay in this race, and maybe get, you know, towards the top end for a podium if we get, you know, a couple of little breaks. So we're just looking to charge our ERS at the moment. And I've just thought we need to just back off now, I think, with the tyres for Albon. Just need to save them. Can't be pushing too much. So there is Daniel Ricciardo right behind.
Okay, good job.
And Gasly's overtaken somebody. Is it Perez? Perez dropped back?
And a new position.
Yeah, it was
just
Perez.
gained by Williams. Let's have a look. Now look at this. It's Pierre
But Perez
Gasly.
completely vulnerable. And so Ocon got ahead of him, and then we also did as well. So Ocon has lost gap to Hamilton ahead, but we're still there ahead at the moment. So I'm just looking to harvest the ERS for this lap for Alexander Albon, just to gain it up, and then we're going to push like mad. We're going to push, push, push. Oh. And in doing that, we've now lost out there to Mick Schumacher and Daniel Ricciardo. That's fine. We're going to get them back, don't you worry. Yes, we are. Ocon currently 2 seconds back from George Russell, who's currently in 4th place. And the Ferrari's really running away with this race at the present moment in time. Here's Albon, looking to make a move on this man, Ocon. And he's got it. Oh, no. Ocon's got it back again.
Copy it.
Right, go on, see if you can send it.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Go on, see if you can send it. Go on.
Okay.
Get the inside line. Don't allow him to move over. Ah. Never mind. And there's Mick Schumacher and Daniel Ricciardo still battling away. So we're going to get ready to go up into overtake.
Happy to use the overtake. Got it.
Oh. Not a good exit there for Albon. So Schumacher and Ricciardo managed to get a bonus, but here we are, we're flying! We're flying behind them. Oh. He should have moved over. The gap was there and clear that we could have soared past them, but we just slowed down. We didn't make that move stick where we should have done. So here's Gasly still behind Ocon, apparently a half second back, but here we've got the DRS. It is wide open now. You're going to see us closing him down. We're reeling him in like a lasso on him. So we swing past him. Oh! He just manages to get it a little bit late on the braking there. So didn't quite manage to get that move stick on that occasion, but that was a good attempt there. And Ocon is now about 3.5 seconds back from Lewis Hamilton ahead. And Verstappen is down in 10th place, about 1.5 seconds of Valtteri Bottas. You can see them just up ahead. So I'm expecting within the next lap or two, he will be in that DRS range. Maybe even by the end of this lap. Just speed up a little bit. Maybe by the end of this lap, he's going to get in the DRS train. Is he going to have the DRS wide open? And not on this occasion, but he will by the... Ooh, actually no, he's 1.4 back. Is he going to catch up enough again for the next one? Surely. Now he's got it. Now Verstappen is in the hunt as well. And Pierre just still nicely tucked behind Esteban Ocon, who of course is on the medium compound tyres, so he will be stopping earlier. We'll be making that stop earlier. We've not had a situation for a safety car or a virtual safety car as of yet. Right at this moment in time, we are just... Excuse me. We are just settling nicely. We've had a couple of spins, but nothing really to write home about at present. And how's Alex doing? He's still now behind Mick Schumacher and Daniel Ricciardo. So at one point when we were almost on the back of Magnussen.
Tyres aren't really coming down.
Apparently the tyres are overheating a little bit. Was it looking okay at the moment? Oh, now they're getting into that zone. Yes, tyres are starting to get a little bit warm. That's what happens when you're following so closely behind. Let's see if we can avoid driving in the clean, in the dirty air. Move off the racing line a little bit.
Just
trying to go for overtake.
Yep, copy.
Maybe that'll just help to cool the tyres down a little bit.
Stay cool, man. You're doing a good job.
Oh, Perez has managed to get past Gasly. Oh, going up into overtake.
Moved up. Let's take a look at the replay. So let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez.
Oh, he went round the outside, but then had the inside line from the next corner. Nice move there by Sergio Perez. It's big gaps to the leaders. Really, really big gaps. This is definitely one of those tracks. If you can get clean and you've got a good car, you are pulling away. Big time. This is the thing, we just can't seem to close that gap up at the moment. Poor Kevin Magnussen, he's having a very boring race at the present moment in time for him. Perez has managed to get past Esteban Ocon. Ocon trying to go to the inside, but then he's going to go around the outside here. Then he's going to get the inside back again. Ooh, he's got the inside line again. Is he going to get it? Is this going to give us an advantage to try and take both of them once again? We'll have to see. They're closing. They're swapping backwards and forwards. I think Perez is going to make this move stick. Yes, he is. Albon currently only one place higher than his starting off position. Ricciardo has re-overtaken Mick Schumacher. The more these guys squabble, the longer it's going to take. But it looks like Ricciardo's now steaming into distance. It's not often that you see us getting held up by a McLaren or an AlphaTauri in this season of F1 Manager. Definitely looks like the Alpine has better corners than... oh, someone's locked up apparently in Sector 3. Who was this? Someone towards the back, I think. Who was it? George Russell.
Let's see
Okay.
what happened there. Now, just watch the Mercedes here.
Ooh.
They've locked up, but that could have been...
Why did he stop? Should have just kept going. So Ocon is now 1.3 seconds to George Russell. George Russell, of course, is not going to have the ERS and the tow from Lewis Hamilton. So could Ocon manage to close the gap? Let's just go on board and watch him for a moment. Or does Russell begin to pull away? We're coming down towards the main straight. 1.5, back down to 1.4. Oh, it's Perez again. Perez is probably the ideal person you want to have in that one. Because if he can close the gap down, being in theoretically the faster car, and get the DRS... not on this occasion. But then Ocon goes past him again. 1.1. See, if this was me as a driver right here, right now, I would allow Perez to go. I wouldn't try and make the overtake. I'd allow him to catch up to Russell and get the ERS from him. Another yellow flag in Sector 1. What's happening? Sorry, Sector 3.
Let's take a closer
yeah,
look.
Lando Norris.
Now just take a look at the McLaren.
Whoa!
I don't know what they were thinking.
That was a
They're
bit of a
completely
glitchy
off
one
the
there.
racing.
He shouldn't have twitched like that. So unfortunately that puts Norris right to the back of the grid. Yeah, so Ocon there was only about a tenth faster than George Russell. Yeah, I think it would be better. Like you say, he's down to 1.5 again. Let Perez go. You know, if I was a driver, I'd let him go. Smart thinking, think long term. You know, you can get the advantage on him. Let Perez be the one in the faster car to catch up to Russell. Then you get a DRS train. You can potentially then get Perez, and then you still got ERS, and you can then, you know, keep it to try and get with Russell. That's the way you should be thinking. You know, maybe there should be a thing to say on here, because you've got like where is it? I just realised I'm still in that clean air thing. Let's take that off a little bit. You know, you could put a driver and say, don't fight the teammate or hold your cars back behind. You know, there should maybe be another one saying, don't fight the car in front. You know, because that would be me as a strategist. I'd be saying, just hold your horses. You're staying in touch with them, like Gasly is, like Bottas says. No one's really able to overtake because they're all stuck in that train. You know, use it. Allow yourself to catch up. Or rather, allow Perez to catch up to George Russell. Yellow flag Sector 2, another spin. Who's it on this occasion? Looking for an advantage to us.
Yellow ahead.
Here's
Alonso.
the replay. Now watch this.
Alonso
Here's
has
Alonso's
spun.
car.
Who's right behind Max Verstappen, I
They
think.
lose
Ooh,
it there. That's
that
the
seemed like a
spin.
really slow speed spin there. That was a bit of a strange one. So Alonso's now really lost out to Max Verstappen being right on the back of him before. He's now got Guan Yu Zhou right behind him, and then Kevin Magnussen. And Daniel Ricciardo is beginning... Oh, well, I was about to say that. I think Mick Schumacher's just re-overtaken him yet again for that. So they're just starting to close the gap now, which again, that puts in that nice little DRS train to Alonso ahead. Someone's joined the stream. Welcome to you. Welcome to viewer number 2 in this stream. You're very, very welcome. We're here in France, currently on lap 16. Currently on lap 16 at the present moment in time. Gasly in 7th, Albon in 15th. We run through the overall order as a whole. You can see there's a big gap from the leaders. Currently up front with Carlos Sainz, followed by Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Perez. Ocon's just overtaken Perez now. Then Gasly, Bottas, Verstappen, who started with a good penalty. Alonso, Magnussen, Zhou, Schumacher, Ricciardo, Albon, who again we also gave a good penalty to with a new component. Tsunoda, Vettel, Stroll, Vettel, and Lando Norris. So we've only got 6 drivers who've started on the medium compound tyres, and then we've got everybody else doing either it's going to be a hard medium or a hard soft. Depends on what they fancy doing really on that one. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on those medium runners just in case they do anything different, and hopefully they don't get a cheeky stop under the safety car. That would not be good. No, it would not. So unfortunately, we're just stuck in this little bit of a train at the moment from Mick Schumacher downwards. And then you've got another little one here, Magnussen, Zhou and Alonso. Alonso obviously just spinning out a few moments ago. And you got this big one from Ocon down to Perez. And then Russell and Hamilton just in their own little races. They're just trundling along. And of course, the big one up front is Leclerc and Sainz. Both Ferraris, miles clear of everyone else. They both finished the race. Who is going to come out on top? We will have to see. It was Carlos Sainz who won in season 1 episode, which to be honest, I remember nothing of that episode. It was the shortest episode that I've done by far because we were stuck back at the bottom of the grid. I think we had Jack Doohan. He had about 2 or 3 spins if I remember correctly. And Albon he just couldn't do anything either. So it was a very painful and boring race to watch, put it that way. It was really, really boring. So just trying to think now about the strategy. So if we are estimating, we've got that'll be what, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, about 18 laps, there or thereabouts. About 18 to 20 laps is what we're expecting for the medium compound tyres. Then we should possibly see some of these medium drivers coming into pit fairly soon. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there with that regard. Do they get stuck in traffic? Particularly Ocon. Ocon is the big one that we want to pay attention to. And of course Daniel Ricciardo there for Albon. They're the two that we want to keep an eye out. George Russell as well to a slight extent. He's 2 seconds up the road. Again, if he gets held in traffic, could we jump in with having started on the hard compound side? We will have to wait and see. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to leave me a comment. You can either do it live in the video or you can do it after the fact as well. And then also don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see all of the videos for all the various series that we're doing of various different video games. We've got Formula 1, we've got Red Dead Redemption, we've got Spider-Man, we've got even a game I started the other day which is a co-op game which I'm playing with my buddy Sean. Make sure you check out all of those videos. All of the playlists are on the channel. You get to see all of the videos that we've done so far and see everything that we've got coming up in the future. Lando Norris is in the pits. Lando Norris is in the pits. So I think this is the beginning of the medium runners starting to do their pit stops. So let's stay on board with George Russell because he is obviously going to be coming down towards the end of this lap. Is he going to come in for a pit stop on this occasion? He's staying quite wide on the inside line. There's pit lane entry, but no, he doesn't on this occasion. Esteban Ocon also stays out. Okay, what about Daniel Ricciardo? Is Ricciardo going to come in for a pit stop? No, he does not. So we go around one more time. So just trying to towards the back end of the lap. But Sainz is in. Carlos Sainz is in. Obviously Leclerc stays out, going one lap longer. And George Russell is in the pits, and so is Esteban Ocon. Who is going to get the advantage? So obviously Russell gets to stop first. There it is, a very short pit stop getting there. And that is him already out. And has already overtaken Ocon before he can even get out. But Ocon has clearly had a very good pit stop, because he is right behind George Russell. He was about 1.7 seconds back before. So that's really good, interesting news. That's Albon currently promoted up into P12 as it currently stands. Because Ricciardo has also come into the pits as well. And that's Gasly. Oh, just outside of the DRS zone. But he has got the DRS wide open. Let's just go a little bit deploy, make sure that we can catch up. We want to stay with Perez as long as possible.
Tyres aren't really coming down.
That's okay. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Let's stay with Perez. Come on, let's stay with Perez. I'm right on the back of Mick Schumacher. So, oh, yellow flag sector 2, someone's ran wide. Who's on this occasion?
Sounds like someone's locked up.
George Russell! Oh!
Just watch the Mercedes.
That's
here.
the second time for him.
That lockup could have cost
And in the same place as well. Well, you see him just bouncing over the curbs there. So, George Russell with two lockups on both sets of tyres, so he might have a bit of a flat spot now. That is big news. Big news, big news. Big news, big news. Have you heard the news? Have you heard what I've been saying? I'm driving in a Williams car. Sorry, just a little ditty there from Summer Holiday. See, I told you I'm a geek. I told you I'm a geek. So Gasly right on the back now of Perez. So Esteban Ocon right towards the back of the grid.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Let's see, is he going to get held up by the likes of Stroll or anyone like that once he eventually catches up to them? Because this could be a really good news now for Pierre. Trying to make the move, and I think he's got the move done on Perez. Perez getting the move back again. He's just inching ahead. We're going to have the inside line, I think. We should do it. Yes, we have. And he's going to have the... no, we're going to have the inside line again. Going all the way round. Leclerc's finally in the pits. Oh, now Perez is going to have the inside line. Oh, didn't quite manage to get that done. That was a really good overtake there, but that has allowed Bottas and Verstappen to really close up to the back of us. So it looks like we're probably going to be lapping in about 10 laps time. 10 laps time. Is Ocon going to get stuck in traffic? He's 1.6, so he's closed up the gap there to Stroll. What was his last lap time? Just out of curiosity. When we get to the end of this one. So Ocon, wow,
regained a place.
Nearly 2 seconds faster than Lance Stroll that time round. And Verstappen's got ahead of Gasly.
Still a lot to play for.
That's okay. You're doing okay. So Russell was slower than us up front. Ocon 1:36.2. was only marginally faster than Verstappen last lap out, not as fast as Perez. So there's not a great deal of difference tyre-wise, lap time at the present moment in time.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
And Vettel has managed to overtake Esteban Ocon. Alexander Albon, I mean. So he's really caught up. Because he at one point was down in 19th. Vettel is an interesting one. He's really been charging through the grid a lot better than most of our other drivers have when he's got that. So, interesting one. Interesting. I'm stroking my chin. The hairs on my chinny chin chin. So Vettel's still about 5 seconds back from Kevin Magnussen, so there is that gap at the moment. But Ocon is now right on the back of this train, so easily going to be able to charge through them and get past Stroll, Vesely, Tsunoda, Albon even really, really quickly. Or is he going to get held up? This could be crucial. I think this will also be really crucial for Gasly when it comes to timing his pit stop. Because do we make sure that we go for clean air, or do we want the drivers a bit back to clear out the way first so we don't get stuck in their traffic? Another car spun. Who is this time?
Yellow at 7.
Carlos Sainz. Ooh.
Let's have another look. Sainz is the focus here.
So that could hand the victory to his teammate, to Charles Leclerc. I mean, it's not going to make too much difference, I don't think, to the drivers behind. Yeah, in terms of Hamilton, who was effectively P3 on the grid. But it could allow just to close up that gap. So I think when they went to pit, Hamilton about 8 seconds behind, I think, something like that. I mean, he's the race leader at the moment, but he is effectively P3. So Ocon has managed to get past Lance Stroll. Next up is Frederick Vesey. Frederick Vesey, who is of course the newbie to the grid in Season 2. And this is the thing, so compared to Perez and Gasly and everything, he's about a second slower.
Oh, I'm just all over the place.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let's focus.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
1:36.6. So that time out, he was a little bit faster than Gasly. So it's a bit all over the place at the moment. And another car's run wide, sector 2. Who was it this time?
Good job.
Kevin Magnussen, another incident
now,
there.
Just focus on the Haas. They're forced wide, and they won't be happy at all.
I mean, he lost a bit of time, but not a huge amount of time, put it that way.
Energy if you need it.
Yeah, got it.
Right, Albon, I'm going to try and set him to go up into overtake. I want to see him get a move done.
Copy.
Come on, you can do this, boy. I mean, they're blocking the path at the moment.
Check the DRS.
Copy.
You could have taken a better inside line there. Mick Schumacher's trying to get... The problem is, they're taking up so much of the track. For this being Like, if we were in Monaco right now, you could understand that you just can't get past. Because obviously it's such a narrow track and everything. Here in France, obviously, it's massive. You've got so many runoffs and everything like that. It's just a bit frustrating that you just can't seem to get anything done. And of course, we're right at the back of them, so they then steam off when we can't get a good... Oh my God! There's Tsunoda trying to come through. Jesus.
And a new position.
Come on.
Just gained by Williams.
Okay, copy.
That's now 2 seconds off the back of Perez now. And who we've got right behind us? We've got the race leader, Charles Leclerc. Well, I say, he is the effective race leader. You know, because obviously all the cars ahead of him have still got a pit. But we are coming towards the pit window. At the moment, our tyre wear is still about average, so we're not going to be able to overly push at the present moment in time. Just going to skip forward a couple of laps.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
So at the moment, our battle appears to be with Valtteri Bottas for Gasly. And Verstappen is finally in the pits.
Advance the race position.
So this is the indicator that we're finally moving on. Okay. So we need to really pay attention now.
This is good, come on.
Looking to harvest a little bit of ERS to go for a really big push. Right, are any of these guys coming into pit?
A position gained for Alfa Romeo.
There's Ocon finally got past us. None of those cars coming into pit, but a lot of the ones higher up. So Albon, we're going to pit you this lap. So I want you to attack with everything you have got. Attack with everything you got. Gasly, you can hold off just one moment.
Doing a good job, keep pushing.
Go push. Yep, copy. Yeah. Deploy. Yes.
I know the tyres are hot, but I don't care because you are pitting this lap. Look at that, 3 cars wide, all up ahead. I'll do anything to get past them. Perez is in the pits. There we go. Get the move done on Mick Schumacher, which is good news. Oops. Gonna ignore that. Oh! Right, now for you, yes, push with everything. Go, go, go.
Do everything you can, mate.
Copy.
But Albon unfortunately had to really back out, which lost him a lot of time there. There we go, we're on a nice clean pit stop here. Nice clean pit stop.
This is good.
What lap time we got for Albon?
Hot.
Copy.
2.8 seconds, not the best. And it looks like Albon has done really, really well. Really, really well. He looks like he definitely might have made some gains there in the pit stop, starting with the mediums. The big one will be Ocon, which Ocon is actually about a second and a half off Perez. So that was big news. Big news. Hamilton's in the pit. Yeah, Ocon was ahead of Perez. And actually, have they both? Yes, they've had both pitted. Hang on, I told you to pit. Oh my god.
Fox.
Yeah, we're really sending it. Go on, push with everything you got. Come on now. Bottas hasn't yet pitted. But we have now got about a 2-second gap back to Bottas, which is big news. Big news.
Yeah, in the box.
Yeah, in the box. Come on now. Really good time pit stop. Let's get a good one. There we go. So here's Perez. Is he going to come out ahead? He is. What about Hamilton? Is he going to... Yeah, he does. Oh. How far are we back from Ocon? Oh my god, who's that battling with us? That's George Russell. So we're battling with George Russell that we didn't think that we normally would battle with. Well, let's just see if we can get away from him. Alright, so we'll come out in P8. P8 as it currently stands. So Hamilton has lost out big time, it looks like. Looking to have a good outlap. Just want to close the gap to Ocon ahead.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Yeah, take it easy.
Okay.
Oh, I've just realised
Thought to drop back.
in that delta. I'll tell you what, I think we might be able to push a little bit with the fuel.
Reduce lifting close.
Just see how we go with those. Good. Right, so who hasn't pitted yet? Bottas,
No safety.
Schumacher, Vettel, Tsunoda
Okay.
and Vesti. Okay. So Bottas is the only one yet to pit. Let's just see the last lap times. Let's just get to the end of this lap so we can see that. There's a yellow flag I saw.
No, wait.
There's a Tsunoda
Let's
lock-up.
take a look at the replay. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. And there's the lockup.
Oof.
It all...
So compared to Bottas, wow, we're like 2 seconds faster than him last lap out. So he's going really slowly in comparison. What are his tyres like? Bottas is... That's not right, surely. Is he seriously on the softs? No, that can't be right. It's saying softs on 35%, but he hasn't pitted. It's coming into pit. No way that the softs would last that long. That's a glitch. That's got to be a glitch. If the hards wouldn't last that long, they definitely wouldn't. Maybe it's because he's going on to the softs. Maybe that's why it said it like that. So Bottas, who was okay, he was 2 seconds behind us because we were really flat out pushing. He's lost out a good 6 seconds or so by staying out longer on what I'm presuming were the hards. But Albon is now in 15. And he's now just in a bit of a no man's land. You know, he's Stroll is about 6.5 seconds off him. And Albon's about 5 seconds off on you Joe. So for Albon, 15's maybe is as good as it gets for him today. So obviously in the last 2 years, France hasn't been a great racer. One, because he didn't have a competitive car, but then in this one, because of course we did take a grid penalty for him. If he didn't have the grid penalty, you know, let's say obviously he would have been 3 places higher. In theory, we're talking, what, you know, 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that. It's not that worse off really in comparison. Let's just get to the end of the next lap so we can see a bit of a.
There's an overtake from Williams.
See what's going on there. Let's see the Russell
look.
overtake.
Now we see the Williams here.
Simple one with the DRS. No issues there. Nothing to write home about. So what are we looking at time-wise? I'm just pausing for a second. Actually, no, I'm going. So, bit faster than the last time out. Vettel about 137. Is he on old tyres? Yeah, he's still on old tyres actually. That's something to note. That he's really starting to lose the time now with those longer tyres. So Vettel, I mean, what we're talking about 10 seconds. So what we're talking 3, 4, 5, 6. He could drop pretty much right to the back of the grid. In theory, when he eventually comes into pit, which is it going to be this lap? Yeah, it is. So just out of curiosity, where does he come out? From 10th place. He's obviously surely going to elevate Albon up an extra place, up to 14. Now put Alonso back into the top 10. There we go. Albon is there, up. Don't know, Mick Schumacher. Oh, yep, down to 18th, 19th. No, not quite to the back. Yuki Tsunoda still at the back there. Okay. Could we manage to close up the gap to, well, now Guan Yu Zhou? I mean, if he squabbles enough with Magnussen, we could possibly catch up. Okay, well, let's do a bit of a deploy for Albon. See if we can close up the gap a little bit. And you know what? Same for Gasly. Let's just push on a little bit. Why not?
Okay.
Why not indeed? George Russell looking to have a go with the DRS.
Check the DRS.
And he's got the move done.
Yes.
Yeah, so unless something dreadful happens,
It's a race position gain
which I don't want to
Mercedes.
have the curse of the commentators. If you've not seen the last episode out, there is a short of the true epitome of the commentators' curse. Do make sure you check out that. That gives you the joy there for me from last time. Joy, well, probably I'll say joy for you, despair for me. Put it that way.
That's P7.
Yeah. So depending on how this race goes, it's either going to be a 7 or an 8 finish for Gasly.
And a new position. Just gained by Williams.
And then it'll be a P14 for Albon. Which, if you'd offered that to me as part of the race weekend, I would have taken that. I mean, especially compared to last year out. It was a dreadful one last year. But tell you what, we actually started to close the gap a little bit on Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, it was 7/10 faster than him last time out. I think he's been held up by Esteban Ocon. That's just allowing us to close the gap. This could be good news. Look at that. We're nearly on the back of them. Get in.
Save fuel.
Copy.
Nice. Right, let's just try and deploy a little bit more. We want to make sure.
Okay.
Well.
Let's just keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, Ocon's run wide. Oh.
Looks like Ocon. They've taken that far too wide, and now they're paying the price.
Yes. Here we go. So Ocon has dropped behind Gasly and Russell, so it's a P6 at the moment. That's Hamilton now up ahead. Now he's free. He is starting to pull away a little bit more. But that would always be expected. That would always be expected. So we've got, what? 8 laps to go, I think. 8 laps to go. Ooh. Not quite as good as we were, I think, for Albon tyre-wise. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just asking him to go a little bit lightly on there. So we've got nearly a 7-second gap to Schumacher. We want to conserve this P14 place whilst we focus on Gasly. Don't know if he had a slight lock-up or something, because that really affected him, I think. George Russell just now trying to sneak ahead.
Still a lot to play for.
George is on the hard.
It's a race position.
So Bottas is currently on the softs, and I'll tell you what, he's catching at a fair old rate of knots. Compared to Ocon last time out, it was nearly 3 seconds faster. Compared to Russell, it was a second faster. Could Bottas catch up by the end of the race? I mean, those softs may die off. I think there's a glitch there for Bottas, or something's not right, because Vesti, for example, is on 71% on those softs. Gasly just got back ahead of Russell. Yeah, Schumacher, Vesti, they all stopped for softs faster earlier than Bottas. And Bottas is on 57% compared to about 70% for the other two. Something seems a bit off there. I think there's a bit of a glitch there, in my opinion. I think there might be a bit of a glitch there. There's a bit of a glitch in the matrix. Wow, Hamilton nearly a full second faster last time out. Despite Sainz actually spinning out, he has actually got past Charles Leclerc. I didn't actually notice that. So Sainz is clearly on a blinder. Bottas still catching up. Still kind of catching up. Albon still got a gap of about 5 seconds to Mick Schumacher behind. So slowing him down, hasn't really slowed him down that much, to be honest.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Yeah.
But I say save fuel, just go, you know, normal. Go normal. Lifting and coasting and everything, you know? Rather than pushing. Coming towards the start-finish straight. Is George Russell gonna get a move done? He's gaining.
5 laps to go.
As is Ocon. Oh, is Ocon gonna squabble with Bottas? Sorry, with Russell. Allow us to pull away. He has, so George Russell is losing out there to Esteban Ocon. Could it be a battle of the French at the French Grand Prix for the last couple of laps? George Russell looks like has got ahead once again. Is he going to get the move on this occasion? Still not. Go on, Pierre. He wants the highest. He wants to be the highest finishing Frenchman at this French Grand Prix. He's giving everything he's got for his cause. So Mick Schumacher, I don't think he's going to catch up by the end. Oh, I don't know. Looking a little bit close. Give it a little bit nip and tuck. George Russell has just got ahead.
Mercedes moved up a place. We can take a look now. Now, just watch
And it was the usual DRS overtake. Boring. We don't want to watch them. We don't like them. You know, we want really good attacking kind of stuff, you know. The lap times are so consistent. I think it might be one of those that we have to do a last lap behind, go with the ERS kind of thing, you know. .8 for Mick Schumacher behind. Oh, Gasly's back ahead. Okay, so we're on the final 2 laps. 2 laps remaining of this race. And Carlos Sainz has just started his last lap. Oop. Okay, we're just using our ERS. We just want to see if we can pull away a little bit from George Russell. You see he's right behind us. he's looking to have a go. He's looking to have a go. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Go on, keep squabbling, Esteban. Squabble with with Russell. Squabble with him. Allow us to pull away, please. You can hear the roar of the crowd for Pierre Gasly, willing him along, willing him to just be able to beat out his French rival, to beat out... Oh God, is he going to get overtaken by both of them? He's been overtaken by Esteban Ocon.
Let's focus.
Oh, attack with everything. Attack, attack, attack.
Copy.
Carlos Sainz has won, followed by Charles Leclerc. Come on, Pierre. Beat out your rival, come on.
And Sainz crosses the line.
Be the first Frenchman.
He's taken the win.
He's just trying to find an opening. Oh, he's got a little bit wide there, but sneaking up the inside. He's going to get the inside again as we switch back. Oh, I think Esteban might have just about done enough. Just past the pit straight.
Do what you can to keep
Go,
the
go,
tyres
go, go,
cool.
go.
Yeah.
Don't lose out to George.
You're doing a good job, keep pushing.
Ah, it's a P7.
So let's check our flags.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
That's an excellent drive. And P1, wait 5 seconds, and P0.
And here goes
Let's go,
Albon.
Copy.
Vettel is right behind him.
Increase lift and coast. Okay.
We don't want him to overtake him, and he's not going to. There's Albon across the line. A P7 and a P14.
That's the flag.
It wasn't a race, and it's a shame about no points, but like I said, you had the grid penalty. I'm happy with that. Compared to last year, where 14th was a regular occurrence in that kind of ballpark. The way that you've driven so far this year, I'm delighted. So well done. Well done.
Well, this weekend, Pierre Gasly flew us to the stars. A very impressive showing today for Williams.
Yep, they managed to bring everything together. Strategy, engineering and driving. They've had a very strong weekend indeed.
And after this result, the team is fourth in the constructor standings.
Next round, we're moving on to an exhilarating circuit. Formula One will be taking to the Hungaroring.
There we go. Okay, so no changes to the driver standings. We gain a point over George Russell, so Pierre Gasly is a tiny bit further away from Mercedes there in that regard. And Albon's exactly where he is. Esteban Ocon, a great drive, gained an extra 3 points. Hasn't overtaken anyone, but he's now only 1 point behind Lando Norris. Unfortunately, we have got 5 drivers who are so far yet to score any points. Sebastian Vettel, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Stroll and Frederick Vesti. For the constructors, absolutely no changes. Alpine gained 1 point on Williams. And then other than that, Ferrari, they do gain 7 points closer to Red Bull. So they're 25 points behind them. So at the moment, it's Red Bull for the constructors. And at the moment, it's Verstappen for the title. But Carlos Sainz, with a great win there, he has closed up the gap. Carlos Sainz, I mean, he's still, 29 points away from Verstappen. So Verstappen has to have a couple of failed finishes. But, yeah, with a grid penalty finishing in third, very good race for him. That would definitely be a driver of the day for him. Pierre Gasly earns a development point. Nothing for Albon. And nothing for Teo. So we get an extra 3.2 million into the bank. That's a nice little ditty bonus there for us. Oh, have you just joined us a little bit too late? Have you literally joined at the end of the race? Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't matter. You will obviously be able to go back and obviously watch the whole race in full. Get to see everything.
Well, my timing sucks. Hope you had a good race, Kev.
It was not a bad race. It was definitely not a bad race. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You know, I'll let you watch back it. No safety cars really of any note. There was definitely a lot of spins and lockups and bits and bobs like that. So, but it was a good steady race. Not like some of the others where it's been a really dramatic thing, but it was a really decent overall kind of race, I would say there. Okay, so we do want to fast forward just one day because we have got some. Oh, actually, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I was just thinking, we're about to be able to afford one of the new cars we've got, but we've completed the design, and it's literally on the day of the Hungaro Grand Prix. So first of all, let's spend this point for Pierre Gasly. What are we thinking here? Right, I want to build up his overtaking a little bit. So let's boost that up there. So yeah. Oh, actually, Teo has got a development point. What's his lowest stat? The adaptability. Actually, no. We want reactions, or was it the accuracy? Or which one was it? I remember there was one I really wanted him to develop on. It's the accuracy. That's the one I wanted him to develop on. So still 74 rated. Actually, while we're there, anything for the staff? No, nothing there. So we've got 18 million, and the one I wanted to update was it this one? No, hang on. Which was Design Center? That's the one. That's the one I wanted to update, which cost 18 million, but that would literally leave us with 12,000. And we've just had the side pods just finally finish their build. So obviously we need to manufacture them in time for Hungary, because you'll see. No, hang on. Side pods, underfloor. Oh my god, ignore me. There we go, underfloor. Yeah, you can see. So this is obviously with the underfloor for that we've currently got installed. When we take this on, top speed goes from 12th to 9th on the grid, acceleration from 9th to 13th. Low speed cornering 19th to 17th, medium 13th to 10th, high speed 10th to 5th. Nothing for the DRS. Medium speed in dirty air cornering from 17th up to 10th. This is big. You know, so we want to have this on for Hungary, but we're going to obviously have to emergency manufacture them. So that is not going to allow us to do the design center today, as I was hoping to do. And I believe tomorrow, if we just take a look, the side pods actually get completed tomorrow. So we're also going to have to spend out for them. So it might be another race or two before we get the money to do the design center, which is really annoying. I'm not going to lie there. Now we've got some engineers free. Do we actually have any spare? We do have the spare stuff. So what I'm thinking is doing the research, because we've got a chassis change. So we might as well actually, because we're going to get 2 new updates this weekend, let's spend our money and the remaining time that we've got for the wind tunnel, put them into developing or researching the chassis for next season. You know, as that's going to be a bit of a change. I mean, we're talking about an 8% boost there, about another 3%, 3.5% boost there. another, what, sort of 6-7% boost there. So they are big. We're going to use all of our engineers there. And that's going to take us 26 days, so to the end of August. Perfect. So, coming up next time out, we're going to have the Hungary Grand Prix. And then do we have a bit of a break? We do actually, yes. We then have a break. And then we don't come back until the Belgium Grand Prix when we come into September. Which is actually when we have our new testing periods come in. So that research came in perfectly timed. Absolutely perfectly timed. I'm delighted with that one. And there's the underfloor there. So that is big. So actually, whilst I remember, let's put that onto the car. I don't want to forget about that next time out. There we go. So we have the new ones on there. Oh, this is going to be exciting. This, I'm hoping, is going to be a great one. Does it actually say what the weather's going to be for next time out? Does it say it yet? Probably not until we get into the race weekend. Because last year, I think that was the first wet race that we had. And I'm not going to put it lightly, we actually cocked up on our race strategy for that. But that's the story for another day. So, thank you to everyone who has watched live. Thank you for those who are going to be watching it back afterwards. F1 Manager, I'm talking to you. I'm hoping you are going to go back and watch the race. But that's going to do it for yet another episode. This was episode number 32 of the Williams Road to Glory series. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click the notification bell, so then you get the notifications when I'm going live. But for now, that is going to do it. And until next time, goodbye.